Hi guys, today I'm going to show you a perfect summer dessert, a really simple summer berry pavlova. It takes minutes to whip up and is almost no effort whatsoever, but is absolutely delicious. All you're going to need is some large egg whites, some caster sugar, some corn flour and a little bit of vinegar, either white wine or cider is fine. And then to top it, we're going to use a mixture of summer berries, so whatever you have, whatever you can get hold of, and then some whipped cream. All we're going to do is add our egg whites to a mixer. You can do this with an electric hand mixer, but don't do this with a just hand whisk. It'll take you forever and your arm will be one tiny puny little arm. And then all we're going to do is whisk that on high speed until it starts to form peaks, and then we can slowly pour in our sugar just a little bit at a time, whisk until we've got a really nice stiff glossy peak. So once the meringue is really nice and stiff peaks, there's two ways you can test it's done. One, the easiest way, is just take the whisk off the mixer and see how the meringue stands up. If it gets this really nice stiff peak, then it's done. Or, of course, you can do the other way, which is take the ball off the mixer and hold it upside down your head. If it doesn't fall out, you should be fine. Good, we're good. So, what we're gonna quickly do, to turn it from a meringue to pavlova, we're gonna do two things. We're gonna add a tablespoon of corn flour and a little bit of vinegar. And this just helps create a really nice marshmallowy center rather than a crisp meringue. So just a little bit of corn flour and then just a little bit of vinegar. And then just mix those two together into a paste. And then we're just gonna add that to our meringue mixture. And then just pop the whisk back on and just for a couple of seconds, just whisk that until that's nicely incorporated. Once our pavlova mixture is done, we just need to take a baking tray that's been lined with parchment paper, and then we're gonna scrape out the mixture into the middle. Now this is a big pavlova and will serve a lot of people, so it does need a bigger tray, but if you want to make a smaller one, just keep the ratio of egg whites to sugar the same, and if you want the full recipe, just click in the link in the box below. So what we're going to do is just spread that into a nice big round shape that's slightly depressed in the middle so we can fill that with all our cream and berries. So once that's nice and spread out, we've got a nice depression in the middle, we can pop that into a low oven. It's around 150 degrees Celsius for about an hour, and then we're going to turn the oven off and leave it in for another hour to cool down. Thankfully, I've got another one already made. So this one was from earlier. And all we're going to do is top that with our cream and our berries. So we're just going to add a little bit of vanilla to our whipped cream and just whisk that through. And you want this to be really nice, soft, pillowy peaks so that you end up with really nice textures. There we go. Almost there. So just spoon this all over the pavlova. You want this to be really nice and generous. Perfect finish to any barbecue or summer party. So I'm using a mixture of strawberries and raspberries, but you can use whatever you have. For the strawberries, obviously the top, the green part's not edible, so we're just going to trim that off. So I'm just going to cut the top off and then cut some of them into quarters, some into half, all different sorts of sizes, so you get a different look. We're going to keep some of the really tiny ones nice and whole, just because they're really pretty. So once our fruit's nice and chopped and we've got our pavlova ready, all we need to do is just scatter the fruit over the pavlova. You don't need to be neat or accurate or try and make a pattern. I find that the more higgledy-piggledy, the more rough and ready it is, the prettier it looks. So that's how to make a really easy and quick pavlova, perfect for all of your summer barbecues and parties. There's nothing left to do but to try it, so let's dig in. That's so soft. That's just absolutely delicious. It's really fresh and summery. The pavlova itself is kind of marshmallowy and light and just crisp on the outside. That fresh cream is really beautiful, and then topped with really delicious berries. It's just the perfect summer dessert. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more weekly recipes. I did it.